Bongani Majola, South African Human Rights Commission Chairperson, Advocate Bongani Majola, who's joining us on the line. Advocate, if you can hear me, a very good evening. Welcome to News at Prime. Why exactly do you feel it's so important to call for calm at this stage?
Good evening to you and to the listeners. I think that it's very important that we should learn from our experiences. Our past experiences showed us the destruction and the loss of life, and then the subsequent hunger, loss of employment, and many other challenges that we encountered after the July unrest. And so we feel that so many rights were violated during the unrest that we should try everything we can. While we're investigating the unrest, we should try everything we can to deal with any signs that may, or things that may lead to yet another unrest and losses of life and so on.
And you've said in your statement today, Advocate, pardon me for jumping in, that you've noted some posts on social media already that are quite concerning.
Yes, we've noted some posts that make us worried about how this thing is going to unfold going forward. I'm very pleased to hear that those at Nkandla are actually saying they will wait for the outcome of the appeal, which is good, and I'd like to commend them for that.
One of the other calls you've made as the Human Rights Commission is for the security cluster to pay close attention to developments since that announcement by the court. And in the last set of, shall we say, reaction to a Zuma court outcome that was not in his favor, and the sentencing was some of it experienced in July in Gauteng and KZN. There was looting. Ultimately, at the end, over 300 people were dead. Do you think that the security cluster is moving fast enough in monitoring and responding to any possible threat?
Well, I hope that all of us have learned some lessons from the July unrest, but we feel that we should also appeal to them to do everything that they can to try and prevent the repeat of what happened in July. And we're calling on them because we saw that in July, even the criminal element got onto the bandwagon and used the kind of demonstrations that were going on to loot and to kill people and to burn property. So I cannot judge them as to whether they are going to be fast this time or not, but I know that in the issues that we are investigating when we're looking at the July unrest is the whole issue of why the security forces delayed to come into the picture. I cannot pronounce on that one at the moment, but for the future, I would like just to see whether we can have a different reaction from them in terms of timeliness and effectiveness.
And I know, Advocate, that you have been in fact holding briefings or hearings into the unrest in July. You've just concluded the KZN leg and will move to Gauteng in the new year. Without preempting any sort of finding from you, is it the sense of the Human Rights Commission that South Africa is more secure or more vulnerable to a repeat of the scenes in July?
Well, I cannot comment on that question because it's one of the questions that we would like to investigate in terms of the rights of people to security, whether it is being fulfilled and realized or whether there are gaps in it.
Let's speak, I want to circle back to the point you were making earlier about social media posts, which you say you've already seen some concerning tones and messaging today already in the hours after the High Court's judgment. The other issue that has been raised post-July is that the social media companies, and this is global criticism, do not respond fast enough when there is inflammatory content posted online.
Yes, that's our experience also, that they take a long time. And I recall that in 2017 or 2018, we actually invited some of them to complain exactly about this problem. And they said to us that the volume of their clients is so big compared to the resources that they have to look at these kinds of things that sometimes it becomes difficult for them to note each and every kind of violation that happens and to add to it. But they promise that they will do the best they can. I think they still have to do more in order to make sure that people's lives are not lost because the postings remain on there and they go to so many people for a long time unchecked.
So you've got, as the Human Rights Commission, this immediate call for calm. There hasn't been anything, at least, that we've seen as far as a negative response, perhaps just on the streets at this stage. I wonder if you don't think that may be a little premature and may perhaps even make people uneasy unnecessarily.
I don't think it's premature. We didn't call for calm in June, July, and then all of us woke up with the country burning. And so it's important that we call for calm once the initial signs start appearing of people saying that, the people of South Africa should rise up and stop President Zuma from going to prison and what have you, instead of saying that let us appeal this and hear what the courts will say, because higher courts may come with a different view.
Thank you so much. Advocate Bongani Majola with the Human Rights Commission. Good to speak to you tonight, sir. Thank you.